Dave, congratulations. A pretty mental evening, but you must be delighted that we got through.
I am delighted for everybody involved. As you've just touched on there, it was something that will take a long time to analyse and go over in terms of how the game went. If I try and do that, I thought we started the game really well. I thought everything we thought they would do, shape-wise, was good. I thought we had the best chances in the first half, knowing that they would come after us because they needed to. And then obviously a couple of mistakes before half-time, found ourselves 2-0 down. And half-time came at a good time for us to get the players back in, calm them down a little bit. And then from there, the question I asked them was all about mentality. It was all about the character of the group then. It was all, a lot of people spoke about the importance of the first goal in the game. But to find ourselves 2-0 down, takes huge character. And then credit to the players from then to go and deliver the performance they done. The effort from every player was there for everyone to see, which was fantastic. And then again, to be pegged back right at the very last second in 90 minutes, thinking you've maybe won the game. And even within that, there's things that my job's to improve the players in. There'll be moments where we can do better, game management side to it. But the character tested again to then come back strong again in extra time and to make sure we got in the next round. Because the most important thing now when we wake up tomorrow morning is we're in the next round, which is an incredible achievement over the two legs to go and beat a team like that. Takes some doing. So I'm delighted for all of them because they fully deserve it.
You mentioned the character that the players showed. They showed real togetherness as well, moments where they were driving each other on and picking each other up.
Yes, and that's required. And that's something that, it's not a coincidence that happens. I speak about all the time, the strength, the character and the quality within the group, but the togetherness within the group is clear for everyone to see. And when you think about the biggest test of character was for Jordan Smith tonight. So he was one that, he knew he made a couple of mistakes in the first half. It'd have been easy for him to go under second half, but he made some big moments, big saves in the second half. And on top of that, I think he deserves that as well because of how good he's been since he came into the team. He's been really, really good for a long, long time. And I'm delighted for him that, we managed to get through the tie because he'll be looking at his first half and concerned about that. But it takes a real strong test of character to go out in the second half and make some big saves like he did. And then when you look at the big moments within the game, brilliant goal to win the game. And when Chris Cadden scoring a goal as well, like he has, you're on for a good night when you see his celebrations as well. I think he was more surprised than anybody else. So I'm delighted for everybody, if I'm being honest. Obviously the fans play a massive part. I talk about that all the time. For Ian Gordon and the family, for everything they put into it. It's a special night. I spoke about it. If we get through this tie, it was going to be a special night at Easter Road, and it certainly was.
Yeah, I know you don't like to single players out, but we have to mention Kieran Bowie, an unbelievable strike from him, but a fantastic all-round performance.
It was. I think if you take the goal out of it and you analyse his performance, I thought he was fantastic, as you say. Everything you'd ask him to be. Led the line, really strong, held the ball up, but his work ethic. As was a lot of every player, to be honest. The effort that went into that game was incredible, and then his goal. Was probably fitting to actually win the game in 90 minutes. It was that good, but as I say, test of character again. I think even for Kieran to then go again, because when you look at how he was running it towards the end of the game, he was running on fumes towards the end, but he was so important the way he was playing. He was such a focal point for us. It was a difficult one to try and look at how you change that. But again, credit to everyone who came on and contributed in a real strong way, and you feel that now in the dressing room. It's a real good group that are delighted with what they've done. My job now is to quickly change the attention towards Livingston because that's another tough test and a completely different one. And on top of that, it's the start of an opportunity to try and win a trophy, which is what we set out to do at the start of the season.
Let's talk about Livingston then. Obviously, a really quick turnaround against them on Sunday in the Premier Sports Cup, but a difficult task to go again after another 120 minutes.
It is. It's a tough test. It's a tough test any time when you go there. Davey's a really good coach that has his team really hard to beat. They're on the back of a good result last weekend. They beat Falkirk, a really good performance at home, and they've been promoted. So there's a lot of new players there, but they've got a bit of momentum behind them, having come up and started the season well. So we know it'll be a tough test going there. It always is. And our job now is to make sure we recover the players as quick as we can. We'll get them ready for the game. And as I've just touched on there, as you come to a club like this, the opportunity to try and win a trophy is there. This is the first challenge we're going to have, which is a tough one, but one the players will make sure we're ready for.
Absolutely, well done tonight.
Thank you. Cheers.